Hey everybody, welcome back to Dead Man DZ's Kanji Study Streams. We got 12 new vocabulary words from the JLPT N2 list today. As always, we'll be going over each new kanji we see in one of these new words by going over its radicals that make it up. Trying to come up with a word kind of story that we can remember this kanji with. We'll go over the readings. It's kunyomi and onyomi. We'll go over its meanings. And then we're going to write down that word or the new kanji 10 times. If it's a new word but it's got old kanji in it, we're only going to write it down 3 to 5 times because that's 10 blocks on my uh, grid paper. If you want to watch this lesson at your own pace, I am going to be writing it down on stream. Head on over to YouTube and you kind of watch whatever speed you want to if I write a little too slow or too fast for you. And if you just want these word lists for yourself, head on over to Google Drive. I've got all these word lists up on Google Drive. Our first word of the day is toku sei. Toku on the left side for special or unique, and sei on the right side for life, but also nature. So a special nature of something is its special characteristic or special quality or trait. A toku sei is a special quality or special characteristic. Tokusei. Tokusei is a special quality or characteristic of something. Tokusei. Tokusei desu. And I am a little stuffed up today, so if I sound a little nasally, sorry about it. That's just gonna happen. Tokusei is a special quality or trait. Tokusei. Tokusei desu. Number 2 is jinkai. Jin on the left side we've already learned, which means trash or rubbish or dust. And kai on the right side has a similar meaning with dust, trash, or rubbish. Radicals in this kanji are a grass kanji. This is our grass radical kind of in a how you say condensed form over a radical meaning to stuff in or to jam in. I think of like kind of two legs jammed in a skirt because I'm a pervert. So grass over jammed in grass. I guess I'm thinking of a lawnmower and kind of the trash rubbish kind of debris that comes into the jammed in, like the grass is all jammed in to this bag of rubbish on the back of a lawnmower. Kind of looks like a lawnmower too a little bit. Anyway, that's gonna be my kind of mind image is the grass getting packed into this rubbish trash in a lawnmower. Other ways to say this are gomi. We already know this means trash. Karashi, akuta, kai, or ke. For right now, we're only going to remember kai since that's the pronunciation used in our word of the day. So jin kai is a word meaning trash garbage or garbage trash or dust garbage or trash dust. Either way, they're both two kanji that mean essentially the same thing. They come together to definitely mean trash or garbage. Jin kai no kai is trash, garbage, rape, mustard. But for right now, I think we're just going to remember trash, garbage, and dust since that kind of most fits our word. Jinkai no kai is dust, trash, or garbage. Jinkai no kai is dust, trash, or garbage. Jinkai no kai. Jinkai no kai is dust, trash, or garbage. Jinkai no kai. Together with jin, we have trash or garbage. Jinkai is trash or garbage. Blow my nose break. Our next word is jutsu go. Go on the right side just means language or talking. Jutsu on the left side means to mention, state, or speak about something. So the jutsu go is the said words making up the predicate of a sentence. Predicate can mean a few things. It can mean like kind of the basis for something or the predicate of a sentence. In this case, we're talking about specifically the sentence meaning of a predicate. The predicate of a sentence is where the main action happens, where you go into detail about what the main object is or kind of state what is the motion that's happening. So the jutsugo is the said words that lead to a predicate. I don't know how to remember this one because just spoken word is really not indicative of a predicate. But if you think about a sentence's kind of main meat about whatever the topic is happening in the predicate, maybe you'll understand. Maybe I'll remember that. Jutsugo. Jutsugo is the predicate of a sentence. The said words, the spoken or stated words is the jutsugo or predicate of a sentence. Jutsugo. Jutsugo. Jutsugo desu. Jutsugo is the predicate of a sentence. The jutsugo. Jutsugo. Number 4 is a taiya. Ta-i-ya. 2 katakana. No kanji to remember. Just taiya. A taiya is a tire. Directly from the English for a tire. Taiya is a tire. Taiya. Number 5 is sasu from our kanji sa or sasaru. Sasu. Also the kanji for sashimi. Let me change the music real quick. Jesus Christ. Break chorus. A trip. Sasu means to pierce, to poke into, to be a thorn in. Sasu. This is our transitive form of the verb, meaning to pierce, to stab, to sting, or to sew. Meaning you pierce something, or something. Nani nani wo sasu. You are piercing something else with this verb. As opposed to sasaru, which is just something else is being poked or stabbed. Sasu in itself is to pierce, poke, or stab on your own. You are doing it yourself actively. Sasu is our transitive form of to pierce or stab. Sasu. 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 Number 6 is a fun one. Isseki nicho. Itsu on the left side is 1 or hitotsu. Seki next is a stone. Ni is 2 and cho are birds. So isseki nicho is literally killing 2 birds with 1 stone or doing 2 birds with 1 stone. They don't really say killing anywhere in here, but it means the same thing. It means 2 birds, 1 stone. 1 stone, 2 birds is the literal translation. Isseki nicho. Isseki nicho is to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Isseki nicho. Isseki nicho. I'm interested to know when this became a phrase. Is it a phrase after it came in from the West? Or has this been just kind of in the human ethos for so long that everybody had this for a very long time ago? Isseki nicho is 1 stone, 2 birds, or killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Number 7 is ke ito. Ke on the left side is fur or hair, and ito on the right side is a thread. So a thread made out of fur is a woolen yarn or a knitting wool. Woolen yarn or knitting wool is ke ito. Ke on the left side and ito on the right. Ke ito is woolen yarn or knitting yarn. Ke ito. Keito. Keito. Keito is knitting wool or woolen yarn. Keito. Number 8 is nante. Everybody knows that nan means how or what. And te this is really just kind of a colloquial expression. There's not really a meaning behind, like, te is, everyone knows the te form of verbs is kind of, you can use it as a kind of conjugation. You can use it as like a connector to other words. So nante is just kind of their expression for what. It's like just kind of express. It's an exclamatory remark for I don't know what's going on and I'm surprised. Nante is how or what the. Nante. Nante. Number 9 is kose. Ko on the left side is thickness, and se on the right side really means life, but it's life, genuine, or birth. So kose, having a thick life or a full life, I guess you could say it, and making sure that everyone has one. So the kose is our word for public and social welfare, or the ministry in charge of that. The Ministry of Health and Welfare is the kose, or it is the welfare itself. Kose. We're having kind of the assurance that everyone will have a kose, or a thick life, or a full life, as we say in English. Kose is welfare. Kose is the thick life, making sure everyone has one. Kose is welfare, or the Ministry of Health and Welfare. Kose. Kose desu. Number 10 is zurai. We've already learned tsurai, which is an e adjective for difficult or hard to do, or kind of stingy and or strict. But zurai is it's a suffix that you add to other verbs, specifically the masu form of the verb. But instead of writing like tabe masu, you'd write tabe zurai for hard to eat or difficult to eat. Tabe masu is to eat. Tabe zurai is difficult to eat. So this is a suffix meaning some action is hard to do or difficult. Nani nani zurai is difficult or hard to do X. Zurai is difficult or hard to do X. Zurai. Zurai. Zurai desu. Zurai. Number 11 is kogoeru, with our kanji for freezing or congealing. Kogoeru is I think it's intransitive. Yeah, this is our intransitive verb for when you are freezing. Yubi ga kogoeta. Yubi ga kogoeta. My fingers are freezing. They have become numb or frozen with cold. Kogoeru is to freeze, for the body specifically, to be frozen or to become numb with the cold. Kogoeru. The vocabulary word itself, or the verb itself, doesn't say anything about it being used for the body. This is just, it's usually only used in context of the body, which is why the dictionary has it like that. But kogoeru just means to freeze or congeal in an intransitive way, and we use it specifically in Japanese on the body. I am freezing. Kogoeta. Kogoeta. I have frozen. I am freezing. Kogoeru is to freeze or become numb with the cold. Kogoeru. And finally, number 12 is zonjiru. Oh, sorry about the nose. Zonjiru is a verb for thinking, feeling, considering, or knowing. You'll know this from your keigo for gozonji desu ka. Instead of saying shirimasu ka, like do you know this? Instead it's gozonji desu ka, which essentially means the same thing. Do you know this? Do you know them? Do you know about this thing? So zonjiru comes from the kanji meaning to be aware of or to feel. And we use it in keigo for do you know. Like if we wanted to ask if you know Hashira-san, you'd say Hashira-san wa gozonji desu ka? Gozonjiru. Zonjiru is our verb for knowing about or feeling. Zonjiru. Zonjiru desu. Zonjiru. sonjiru desu. Sonjiru. Let's go back to the top. Make sure we've memorized all these, at least for right now. Remember, this was not how you memorize kanji. This is how I stick them. This is just kind of my first step to any flashcard routine or immersion study. I just write them down because that's how they stick in my brain easier. But if you don't want to write them down, don't write them down. Maybe that doesn't work for you. Our first word for the day was tokusei, or a special nature or characteristic of something. Tokusei is a special nature or characteristic. Trash or garbage is jinkai. Jin on the left side, our old word, our old kanji for trash and garbage, plus kai, the grass stuffed into the bag of the lawnmower, meaning literally garbage. Jinkai is trash or garbage. A predicate, specifically of a sentence, is jutsu go. Jutsu on the left side to state or tell, and go on the right side for language or speaking. Jutsu go is to get to the statement or the real part of the sentence, the predicate. The jutsu go is a predicate of a sentence. A tire is just a ta-i-ya. Taya is a tire, directly from the English. To pierce, to stab, to sting, or to sew something, you are physically doing it in a transitive way, is sasu. Sono fuku o hari de sashita. So itta kamo. Hari de fuku o sashita. Hari de fuku o sashita. I pierced the clothes with a needle. Hari de fuku o sashita. Next, we have killing two birds with one stone, or in Japanese, they say one stone, two birds. Iseki nicho, or two birds, one stone. Iseki nicho is killing two birds with one stone. Knitting wool, or a woolen yarn, is the thickness of life, or the having a full life and ensuring everyone else does. Oh, shit. Kosei. Sorry, that's my bad. I skipped all the way down to welfare. Kosei, or public and social welfare, is the thickness of life, with ko on the left side for thick and sei on the right side for life or birth, and making sure everyone has a full life with social welfare. Kosei. Knitting wool or woolen yarn is keito. Ke on the left side for fur or hair of an animal, and ito on the right side for a thread. A thread made out of fur or hair is woolen yarn. What? How? What the? This is all captured in our exclamatory phrase, nante. What the? Nante. Next, we have our suffix for difficult to do or hard to do. You add it to the end of the masu form of verb. So hard to eat would be tabe zurai. Zurai is our suffix for adding if something is difficult or hard to do. If a part of your body freezes off, or a part of your body becomes numb or cold, the verb intransitive to use is kogoeru. Watashi no yobi ga kogoeta. My fingers froze. And finally, to think, feel, consider, or know in a more formal way is gozonji, from our verb zonjiru, to know or to feel or to know about. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope the week's been okay. Thursday was kind of a dunker for me. But I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Especially you, Guy. Love you, Guy. じゃあ、ありがとうございました。じゃあまた明日ね。